So we'll see MIS reports in this section. So the MIS reports can be downloaded from finance and MIS report section. In this there are three sections: the MIS reports, revenue reports and other reports. Within MIS reports there are lots of reports which are available over here. Let's try to categorize those and see the most important ones in this video. Okay. The total billing report is the most commonly exported billing report. So this total billing report gives an export of all the bills in the system. So if I choose this report and select the time range and export the Excel, in this report I can see that patient details and the bill ID. I see the test which has been booked for that patient and what was the gross amount, net amount, any discount, what was paid, how much is due for that bill, any comments for that bill, and other details of the bill are shown in this report. So it's an export of all the billing data in the system. Similarly, there are certain other reports which are kind of a different view of the same report. For example, discount report which can be exported from here is an export of all the bills which have discount. It's a filtered view of the total billing report. Similarly, there is a cancelled report which is an export of all the bills which have been cancelled from the system. Then there is user wise billing report. Okay. If I export this report for all users, I'll see same data which is there in the total billing report, but it is grouped by individual users, how much billing each user has done in the given time period. You get a summary at the end. The second type of report which is there is the collection report. This collection report is an export of all the payments in the system. So the billing report was an export of all the bills in the system, but the collection report is an export of all the payments done in the system. If you see the total collection report, this report is an export of all the payments which have been done in that time period, payments which have been collected by different users, and what was the mode of payment and who had collected. So it may happen that the payment date may be different than the billing date because you may receive payment later on. So this report has both dates, bill date and the payment date, and also it has the mode of collection for the payment. Then there is other reports which are different view of the collection report, like individual payment mode wise collection report. So you have cash collection report, you have card collection report, credit card collection report, debit card collection report. So all of these reports are available. So these are a filtered down view of the total collection report where you can just focus on one particular mode of payment. You also have, like the user wise total billing report, you also have a user wise total collection report. So you can select this report and export this report. So this report has the data grouped by users. This has payments collected by individual users and a summary of their collections. So how much they have collected in that given time period, you get to know in this report. Besides the billing and collection report, there are certain other commonly exported reports which are a summary report. So if you don't want this data in a line wise fashion, then you can have a summary report as well. One example is day collection report. I can see individual day wise summary, how much was billed, how much was collected on that day, if there was any collection done from the for the previous day, and what was the total collection done in this report. And if you want an individual day summary, so this report gives the individual day summary where I can see how much was total cash business, total card business, but this is only for one single day. Okay, so this report is only for one single day. If you want a summary, then you can export this report. So if you want a daily summary report, you can use the collection summary report. Now let us see revenue reports. So revenue reports are the reports which can be used to export data about revenue which you collected from different business sources. And if you have to share any amount with the client, then you can export from here. So if I export the multi-organization revenue report, this report allows me to export data across all organizations. So if I see this report has two tabs. First, summary tab, which will have like individual organization wise summary, the net amount billed for that organization, what is the gross amount, if there was any concession. And in the revenue column, I'll see, so if I have configured a revenue price list for a client, then you will see in this revenue column the amount which you need to share with that client. And in the second tab, you can see individual line wise detail of individual patients and their tests, and what is the gross amount, net amount, all of those details individual patient wise. So this data is grouped by organization. If you export the multi-doctor revenue report, so you can see in this, instead of organization, you have the summary by doctors, individual doctors, how much net amount have you built by each doctor, and in the second column you'll see line wise information for individual doctors grouped by each doctor. And then if you want to export data by individual doctor or individual organization, you can select the doctor revenue report or organization revenue report, and you can export for one single doctor or one single organization from here. Then you have other reports. So other report is an export of all the masters in the system. So example, if you want to export lab users which you have configured, or the organizations which you have configured, or referrals which you have configured, you can export it from here. This other reports is an export of all the masters in the system which you have configured. The other type of report which is there is the export. So this section, outsource report. So this report gives you how much you need to pay to the outsource center for processing your samples. So whatever amount you have configured in the outsource price list, that will show up in this report. I'll select that outsource center from this list and then select the time period and export PDF. So in this PDF, I'll see how many samples I have outsourced to the outsource centers, and here in the net column will show how much amount I need to pay to them for processing all those samples. Besides this, there is another type of report which is available in the registration page, something called as collection reports. So these reports are similar to what you see in the MIS report section, like the total billing report or total collection report and so on. The exports which can be downloaded from here will have data only done from my login. In total billing report will only show the bills which have been done from my login, and in the collection report will be shown only the payments which I have collected from my login. So this report allows the registration staff to export data which has been done from their login and not rely on the finance team to get that data. So this is about different kinds of reports in LiveHealth.